episode is presented by Underdog. If you're new to Underdog, today's the day. Get $100 in bonus entries when you play just $5 with code It Is What It Is. Plus, the next 5 people who sign up with our code will win a prize. You can make picks right now in most states, including Georgia, Texas, and California, just to name a few. So make sure y'all support the show, lock in your bonus, and start playing today with code It Is What It Is. I'm Trevor Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with Mace. Cam will be back, and today we are joined with our analyst, Michael Irvin.
Mike, what's good, baby?
Hey, man, I'm always good, man. Real good right now, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
my team was on a bye, so by default I get a win. You see what I mean? At least I don't get a loss, you know. So yeah, I'm good right now. And all the teams around, at least, and, you know, the Giants and the Commanders, they lost too. So, you know, yeah, I'm pretty good, man. All of my weeks go by what my teams are doing, and Miami won. So I'm having a good week.
Yeah, I gotta put on my expert glasses, man. Mike is over here dressed like my evil twin Stat. I got to close my windows everywhere I go.
Mate, that's your way of saying it. Brother look good over here. I appreciate that love, bro. I appreciate it. We sit down there. When is that turn? You know what I'm saying? You put out the browns and the beiges and all of those. Yeah. I like wearing cold clothes. You know, I think that looks, you know, when you have on cold clothes, you know, clothes when it gets cold, like turtlenecks and heavy coats, I think that looks sexy in that stuff. You know what I mean?
Dapper.
Yeah, it's dapper. It's dapper. It's dapper. Dapper is the word.
Yeah.
Dapper. I can take that.
Well, real quick before we start, because I know you spoke about Miami and homecoming did just pass. Always like when you talk about your experience, I finally got to make my way to Miami game. Miami took care of me as they always do. So what did you think this weekend, Mike?
Well, you know, I'm glad we finally got back on track and got people back to having fun on the football field. I'm going to tell you something. Ever since that 4 interception game, the offense for Miami has been off. You know, it just has been off. And the defense they're playing pretty good. So I think now Miami gets back on track, hopefully, and try to make a run. And hopefully things happen to some of the people in front of them and sneak back in somewhere into that playoff picture.
I'd like to see it. I know those rankings.
Yeah.
I got it. But
Right. And it's always funny stuff when it comes to Miami. In that SMU game, it was funny stuff. It's all no, Mason. It's always funny stuff, Mason. You know, it's just what they don't really want to see Miami succeed. That's what should make it even more important to succeed for all of us. You know, since we know they don't want it.
Macy's still over there with Ohio, or are you somewhere else? Because you're welcome to, swing by Miami, South Beach.
Well, South Beach they're not in the hunt no more like they was before. I see you guys celebrating mediocrity, and I like that for you, Stat. I like that for you. Is that how you say it? I like that for you? That's how the new kids say it now?
That's right.
Mike, I like that for you, Mike.
I love that for you. I love that for you. Right? I love that. Yeah, I love that for you.
Nick, I'm taking a statement out of Stats book. You know, this mediocrity down in Miami starting out well, falling off, finding your way back a little bit, little drama. Great weather, but you're not the team to beat anymore. But if that's what you like, I love it. If that's what you like, I love that.
It ain't over though. But it's not over though. That's all. It's not over. We still got you still got some football play. If Miami runs the table, you got guys that are in front of them with 2 losses, like Notre Dame that Miami already beat. So, it's not over yet. Let's just see how this thing plays out. And I love the fact that when I'm on that sideline last week, when they're winning the game, and I felt like they started getting their mojo back, that guys were saying, hey, we're still in this. We're still in this. So they're still fighting, and that's what you want to hear.
You want to hear? You want to hear we're still in this? Pause. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're still
right.
in it. We're still in it.
Thanks.
And listen, Mike, if you like it, if that's what you like, I love it. We're still in this. It sounds like you're knocked out, but we're still in this, Nick. We're still in this. You're not dead yet.
I'm gonna give you this, Mace, because I ain't gonna lie, man. I was sitting there. It took me the first quarter to say, okay, this is because all I kept thinking about is, man, it's 2 or 3 plays. We could be undefeated right now.
Yeah.
Like rank 1 or 2, and this place would be just explode. Oh man, then I gotta try to say focus on the now. So yeah, you're not lying. That scars me. That we're still not undefeated, and it's 2 or 3 plays here or there that made the difference in it all. So yeah, but I love hearing that we're still fighting.
And this gotta be traumatic for you, Mike, because coming from being a player that you've been winning your whole life, and now you're in this place where you're fighting. You're what else? We're still in this. That's a whole different mindset than you would normally be used to. Now you're at a place where you just settle in for being in the fight. Like, is totally far from where you would be, as #1 team in the nation, or #2 at least, or at least 3, you know what I'm saying? But now, Mike,
yeah.
I like this for you instead. That's the way y'all say it. I love this for y'all.
Well,
Mediocrity at its best.
we're gonna stay optimistic. I always say we know we're homeless, so we're good.
Right.
And that is that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now who might not be good? We're gonna get into this game. So the Dolphins blew out the Bills 30-13. Does this game change how you view either team going forward, Mike?
Well, it does start messing with you about what we're seeing with the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills, think about it. This was supposed to be the clear front runner in the AFC East. You've already now you've lost to both of those teams that were supposed to be less than you. You weren't supposed to lose to New England. You certainly weren't supposed to lose to a Tyreek Hill-less Miami. Yeah, so this gets worrisome for Buffalo. They're up and down and everything. And first thing you gotta do is get through your division. And you saw Josh Allen today. He looked like, wait a minute, I don't know if I ain't got the answers over yet. If he doesn't have the answers, nobody has the answers. So yeah, you gotta worry about what you're seeing with Buffalo. Now, with Miami, what I told you, with Patriots Hill out, Tua can play his game. Tua can play his game now, and the first guy, he can go to the read, and they've been looking pretty good. Waddle's been looking pretty great in that in that position over there with Tyreek Hill out. Mm-hmm. And today, Achane just was running all over the place. He made the difference.
Yeah, when it comes to this game, I'm not sure why Buffalo loses the way they do. Because to a degree, you can't say it's Josh Allen because he's still putting up his points. I mean, he's still putting up the numbers, the 300 yards or so, 305, which I thought was pretty interesting. He had 305 to go with the Miami area code, but it just seemed like they wasn't dialed in, when you really put it all together. I'm trying to figure out, is it really Tua played that well, or is it just a mental lapse on the Buffalo Bills' part on defense? Because if you giving a what's his name, Tyreek Hill is Miami 30 points, you giving them championship points without their major weapons, that's really just a drop ball pause for them. And I think you can't do this. This goes back to Josh Allen and his team not being dialed in and not making it happen when it should happen. This should be an easy win. This should be something that everybody could bet on and make their money. This should not be a parlay you lose. This is just, like I said, every Sunday count according to you guys, and this is one of those games where you just can't lose. You can't lose to Miami at this point.
Okay, and Cam, how you feeling about either team going forward after seeing the Dolphins versus the Bills?
I think that Mike McDaniels and Tua say, yo, it's the general manager. I told you, get him out of here. I thought motherfucking Mike McDaniels was going to get fired. They got rid of motherfucking general manager. Now it look like Mike McDaniels running shit. And nigga said, that's all we needed. So I told niggas somebody getting out of there. I knew somebody was getting out of there. I didn't know it wasn't going. I thought it was Mike McDaniels. But now Mike McDaniels running the show. And they look good. It's one of them games, like Mike said, alluded to. And Mace brought up some great numbers from Josh Allen. But if you're watching this game, Josh Allen ain't look good.
Right.
Because even with the numbers, he looked like a deer headlights of time. And the whole Buffalo offense looked stagnant. But yeah, the problem is these are games that count every week, like we do say, but you lose and Patriots win, that puts a further gap in between the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills when it comes to the division. And we got to see what happens in the AFC, because you don't want to not win that division if you're Buffalo and be trying to fight for a wild card spot. That's what you don't want to do. You used to win the division. I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, they had a bye. But right now, the Patriots are looking like the front runner for this division. But Buffalo didn't look good regardless of what everybody's numbers look like. They can't be trusted. But that's just the parity in the league this season, in my opinion.
Right. And you see a Buffalo team that beats a Kansas City Chiefs team and then turn around and lose to Miami. But also, this I like to debunk always with what we did, with what you got with Miami. You're right, Mace, he threw for over 300 yards. So everybody always says, oh, okay, you know, he had a good game. That just goes to show defense doesn't win championships. But turnover defense, they pulled out some crucial fumbles. When he got that long run on 3rd and 1, they made him fumble that ball. Wherever you get a turnover defense, and then they can give the ball back to your offense, and A-Chan just busting down the middle of the field, that's how you win football games. And that's the difference between defense and turnover defense. Miami's defense ain't that great, but they got those turnovers today, and they turned them into big plays.
So let me ask y'all this before we go on to the next game, because kind of to Kim's point, you said somebody's going to get fired. Do you guys feel like this game redeems Mike McDaniel and Tua, or do you feel like one game is not enough? Kind of where do you think they stand? Because it is a team that's the Bills, so Mike, what do you think?
Well, listen, you know, and we know, and they let Gary go, that there was some reasons to let him go. You know, he's been around a long time, and they haven't produced and haven't gotten what they needed to get in the playoffs. Now, this Mike McDaniels, letting him go mid-season, I've always said that would be a horrible idea, because what do you want to do with that? You brought Mike McDaniel in. Now, I didn't say he didn't deserve to be fired, but I'm saying, what are you going to do with it? Because he specifically came in and put this offense in for Tua. And he's the mastermind of it. So if you say, okay, we're going to throw him out and get rid of him, I think you set Tua back, you know, and you set back that offense. So I say you ride it out. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve that he had earned if you did fire him, but I just think it'll cause more damage, collateral damage.
Oh, yes, I didn't really think it redeemed either one of them, because even though they won this game, I'm not looking at this game like Tua played that well. I think he had more turnovers than Josh Allen. It just seemed like he was just on the better ending of the basketball guard side this weekend. But he can't keep this up and win, so I'm not ready to say this redeems.
I don't know what the basketball guys got to do with it,
I meant the football guy.
I don't really know what that is. But it's early, I know.
I was gonna let it slide. Too.
Mike, listen, let me tell you, so y'all be letting some while you can't let murder slide. You can't let that nigga slide. He's not gonna let you slide. I seen some shit when I wasn't here last week when y'all let that nigga slide. That nigga said that the Kansas City Chiefs lost on purpose. Y'all talk about interest. Interesting. What you mean? What you talking about let murder slide? Man, that's an interesting
Mike said that's interesting.
I was looking at stats. That's what I saw in her eyes. This is why I can't miss no days. Nigga murder turnabouts like Mayweather. Y'all like word up. Like Mayweather. Stay high. You ain't gonna let you slide. Don't let him slide.
Oh my God, that's funny, boy. That's funny. Yeah, man, talking about you gonna let it slide. This is not the let it slide show for us. This ain't the show for that. But to answer that question, look, the reason why you may feel like, okay, Miami does look good because it is against the Buffalo Bills, but I think it's going to take more than one game. Like you said, from week to week, we see a different shit. You see Buffalo beat Kansas City and come and lose to the Dolphins. And Mike, you called it early in the season. There was no dominant team this season. You know, even if let's say for instance, we look at the Broncos real quick, who probably have the best record in the league. If not, I know Indianapolis lost last week. I don't know out of those two have the best team, but they have the best record, if not top.
Yeah, they both.
Right. But the point being is this: Bo Nix hasn't been playing good at all. You know, and the defense and the running game is. Of course, you got Sean Payton there. So to me, when I go back to parity, I don't even look at the Broncos as a dominant team. Because Bo Nix, to me, isn't playing like game management. But you called this earlier in the season that you said it's going to be a lot of parity. I don't know what Indianapolis and Broncos are going to be when it comes playoff time and what they'll do in the playoffs. But this is the season right here where you can't absolutely call it. And as bad as the Chiefs have looked this season, if I had to pick a team, I still would be like them niggas to pull it out some type of way for us this season. If I had to pick one right now, even though they lost last week.
And then to answer your question, best record is the Broncos, Colts, and Patriots are all 8-2. And that brings us to our next one. So the Patriots beat the Bucs 28-23. And then just from what we've seen this season, because also, like Kim said, a lot of things have been unpredictable. We're seeing a lot of people in standings that we didn't really expect. So how do you feel about the way Mike Drayton May has basically led this team to where they are now?
Listen, this is an incredible job done by Mike Brady to take this team this quick and turn it into this. It's insane. And he's a great coach. But Bill Belichick was a great coach. But you can clearly see at the time had moved on.